Well, should I be Kathleen with the Vaseline? Or just myself? I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer. Hello, Michael. How are you doing? I don't know the answer. I need a dime for the phone. Who are you going to phone? My mother. Bumpity, 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 bump. Okay, Michael, I got a dime. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Bumpity, 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 bump. Actually, Michael was a character, real character. West Lawn Building A2. A lot of long-term patients in West Lawn Building and East Lawn Building and Center Lawn. Center Lawn was for out of town people. Oh my God, if the giant red spot would be interested in filming West Lawn. The old. Oh, anyway, we won't go there. That's where I had a gun collection. Would you believe it? In a world famous insane asylum, Essendale, Riverview, where they filmed the X Files and other TV shows. I was there because I got agoraphobia. It's the only reason. My treatment was experimental in the beginning, which was not good. Electroconvulsive shock therapy. And there was one insulin treatment. They were going to introduce LSD, and my mother was a victim of the LSD at Hollywood Hospital. What the heck's that? Oh, okay. Something on the chair. Dr. McLean. Sandow's Company. Who else? Dr. Tomorrow. Was it Dr. Tomorrow? Was it Frank Ogden, who had the old files from Hollywood Hospital in Westminster, British Columbia, Canada? Yeah. He passed away, so I don't know where all that stuff went to. Wow. So my mother was treated with LSD. She had a problem with alcohol, so they tried those experiments with her. The days of Earl Flynn and other crazy crap going on in North Van and West Vancouver. Anyway, back to Riverview. So I was put in there on an adult basis, and nothing else wrong with me. They scanned me, gave me psych tests and all that. Tried those treatments, and then eventually they found out that they call that an expert from the United Kingdom who came, and simple treatment was total relaxation exercises. No medication, no, although I did protest because I liked my Valium and later on Xanax, which I still take. I have a whole file of the different doctors that prescribed it, including Dr. Margarita, because I asked her and she prescribed it. And anyway, the interesting thing was, on the frame-up job that Pierre Elliott Trudeau was doing to gun collectors, they knew about this whole thing with Riverview, so my lawyer said they're going to talk about that at the trial with Magistrate Judge Cronin. And I explained to R. Flynn-Marr, my lawyer, that I had a gun collection, a small gun collection in Riverview in West Lawn Building. He got up, he said, "What? Yeah. You got the receipts and all that and the paperwork?" I said, "Yeah, I got it." He jumped up and he was just very happy about this whole thing. But anyway, the trial went on for 7 days by magistrate. Why don't I look at the camera? Anyway, the experts and the crime lab detective, what was his name? Sergeant Bateman? I think so. Anyway, they all agreed that All it was entrapment going against me, and the judge was very angry over the thing, and he says, I order all those machine guns returned, and cannon, and pistols, and rifles, and the truckload of things came, and got them back. I still have some of them. But that's the whole Riverview thing was kind of cool and intriguing. I learned a lot from that adventure. 13 months I stayed there. I could have leave any time. I just had to ask the doctor that I'm leaving. But I hung on because I had girlfriends. Come on. I haunted Ted's TV and radio shop in Port Coquitlam. And a gun shop. And also scrapyards there too. And you won't believe it, but it's true. I've probably talked about this before, haven't I? Come on, that doesn't hide your baggy eyes. No baggy eyes. I bumped my elbow on a lathe the other day. And anyway, yeah, Ted's TV, and I'll never forget carrying this gigantic, it was called a Wappler. I believe it was a diathermy machine from the scrapyard up behind Westline building. Carrying it up into the back into Westline, and I had to move all the beds a couple of inches so it wouldn't disturb anybody. So I had the gun collection under the bed, the radio equipment stacked up towards the window. There's a lot of stuff. And Dr. Slichter, Dr. Alice Kramer, you can, if they're still alive, you can ask them, or even Constable Brookbank, who was the RCMP officer on site. They just suggested that we should put the guns inside the pharmacy because, oops, I figured that out. Some of the patients get nervous when you take them out and check them out. That's funny as hell. Okay. And he says, if you ever get bored of this place, let me know. And I'll sign all the papers and release and give you $20 and you just leave. So I decided one day to get, I hurt still. One day to leave, and I did. So I'm tired now, I'm going. So he, Dr. Slichter, muscle power, gave me the release warrants. My dad came to pick up the radio equipment and some of the guns. I took one 6-shooter with me because I went to the Skid Row area of Vancouver, 5 West Hastings, the Drexel Rooms, a very evil old place full of terrible things. Oh, I love talking about old stuff, don't I? Should be talking about new things I'll be doing. Anyway, where was I? Okay, Drexel Room. So I stayed at Roy Sharfels was the one that got me in there. He was a patient at Westline building. Good old Roy and his Thorazine and other things. And who was the owner at the time, or the manager, was Mr. King, Chinese gentleman. So it was interesting, I must say, when I would go and take a bath. You could take a bath in a place or a shower. Because it's wild and crazy, I took my 6-shooter and just stuck it in there. You lock the door, and all the rooms had padlocks on the front. That's how you got in and out of the place. Anyway, sleeping there was okay. It was noisy because of Hastings Street traffic. Pigeon Park was around the corner. And I immersed myself sort of for a week into the culture. I even went to, good lordy, Salvation Army and had dinner, went to the welfare office. And they were very helpful. But I was working also on getting a room in North Vancouver, which is 1458 East 29th Street, Lynn Valley, North Vancouver. In the meantime, I did find the room, $35 per month. Mrs. Murphy decided that all I had to do was repair things in the house, around the house, which is very rare, and no rent. So I didn't pay rent. And I have a letter of recommendation from Mr. Murphy, by the way, when I left, when connected up with Colonel John Alexander, George Hathaway, Les research, and Alex Pissarro. So anyway, in the Drexel rooms, I'd met some people that said, "You've got nice hangers. Do you want to sit down?" Oh, me being such a slut, I did. Oh, many times. Oh, good heavens, it was awesome. I guess those hangers are pretty interesting. Nice hangers. Anyway, hypersexual I am, so. Cracked my knuckles to jump for joy. I got a clean bill of health from Dr. McCoy. Anyway, so I did find a junk shop around the corner, Pigeon Park. Used stuff. I was haunting these places, and so I saw a 303 military English surplus rifle. Only $20. Can you believe it? $20. Never forget it. He actually wrapped it up in newspaper. Took it to the room, another gun added to the collection as they keep piling up in Lynn Valley. How many tons? I don't know. Anyway. Anything else happened? Oh yeah, I kicked in the door because somebody, I guess they had a bolt or something there because I couldn't open the door, and this guy was trying to do took something of mine or whatever, and I just kicked the door in and, "Oh, don't hurt me, man," kind of thing. And no, I just want my stuff by. So I got the room, got a taxi, black cab right to Lynn Valley, and moved in right away. My mother helped with figuring out how to cook, make food. And then I got the other stuff from my parents' place, the radio stuff and other guns, and slowly built the collection up until what you see on the news. Holy mac, was there any? Yeah, George Hathaway filmed all of that stuff. Oh my goodness. So that's Riverview, story of Riverview a little bit. Sure had a lot of dates there too. Rosalie Jones wanted to marry me. Nancy Jane Snyder. Oh, she didn't want to get married, but ooh, I was a little haughty and very naughty. We use business section, which divides the men and women of Crease Clinic on weekends for fun. Because nobody was there, and sometimes we'd leave the door unlocked, plus we could work the lock and it would open up and slip something through, and we went into a laboratory and went into the chapel. Was a lot of fun, and the observation psychological observation room, one way, is a two-way mirror thing. That's when Maria said it's very hard, and I said, yeah, well, oh, what's very hard? The doorknob? Can't say it because of the restrictions of all over the place. Bad, John. Oh well. So anyway, where in the hell was I leading with all this stuff? Review, yeah, so gun control by Pierre Elliott Trudeau. 13 of us was targeted actually, but they, as I mentioned before, the police got fired. Constable Machuco got fired. It's written up in the law book somewhere, and I don't know where. I never found it. But owning a firearm in Canada, you must go through a safety test, which I did do, psychological evaluation test, which I did do, and of course a criminal record test, which I did do. And I got my first FAC. It was a piece of paper, Federal Firearms Acquisition Certificate. Still got it. And I got that turned into cards. Get rid of those baggy eyes, you crazy old fool. So that's part of what I'm talking about. Now let's go to. I'm getting a lot of comments on Funbook and YouTube. People demanding schematics and formulas for the power cell stuff. Let's make one thing clear. A lot of these things I haven't got time to write down all this stuff, especially with internet people. Sorry, but you are an internet person. Just like I am a raving lunatic. So I think. Because, they just get a sneaky suspicion somebody who's wanting to replicate the great old Thomas blank 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 and Hiroshi blank blank blank, Carl blank blank blank, plus a bunch of other investors I had that were still good friends, and we could never find any company that would carry it. They invested huge amount of money, $250,000 for these things. Anyway, so I made a number of them, and they went to Japan, they went to Germany, and they went back east. Also, and so the comments are, well, actually got very nasty. So what I do with nasty people, just block them. I don't bother arguing with bots or people that are just totally nuts. Demanding schematics. They want the recipe, and I know some people that really need funding for their thing. If they get the recipe off of me, then they're off to the races. No, it ain't gonna work, guys. You tell your little bosses and controllers that no. Yeah, it doesn't work with me, so these guys couldn't put together a lemon battery, for Pete's sake. They're just fishing for the info, and they probably get paid a bit of money. The racketeering of free energy devices. It's pretty big. Pretty amazing if they can get that recipe. Which I don't know even if I got it still, but I made these things. I had them outsourced to Surac Ceramics and Goodfellows. They could handle the frosting of the wafers, 30 millimeter diameter. I don't know, 10,000 thick, something, I forget. Because I went on a number of times, I just throw out a lot of papers and stuff. I had the receipts and what they were, and I might still have them, I don't know. And they're just, when I get into papers, I get really wired. I like to take the whole 9 yards of it and burn it. But anyway, those devices were pretty powerful. 3 volts, 3 amps. Took it to Canadian Research and Development, who looked at it. Richard Brewer at the time was my client, business partner, and they just said, no, you take it to the military. They would know what to do with it. Also, I sent it to DARPA, Dr. Bud Durand. He sent back all my info, and still got the whole thing, the whole file. Just simply I didn't fill in the forms properly. Okay. And dirt cheap ones, it's outsourced on the internet. 10 years ago, for Pete's sake. But it's intriguing that these characters on the internet go like that, Why are they frosted? Why? Because you need many fine, very tiny micro points that are collectors of energy. Your crystal radio. Remember those? Sharp point, cat whiskers. God, I look like a bozo with these bag bags under my eyes. Normally I wear this outfit as gasoline with Vaseline from Houston, Texas. I'm just rambling on talking a blue streak. Just like you guys out there do sometimes, Ravens. Giving me one heck of a time. It's smart as hell. Hard to get on camera. But I did get one today, a few on camera today, and one was up in a tree talking to me for a while and took off. Anyway, it's all fine. Should I do Kathleen from Vaseline? How's my arm look? Ooh, that hurt. I bumped into the lathe hand wheel. It'll go away. I took 2 aspirin last night and it killed it. Magic medicine aspirin is. Posing I am. I'm going to say posing, doctor. I get marriage proposals from people. Anyway, it's getting intense. Not intense, really. I'm getting a lot of emails from Saudi Arabia, China, other countries, all over Russia, wanting information on the power cells and the limitation stuff. Heard something on the roof. I guess it's a bird, a raven. So, it's all fun. I mean, it's just the internet. What? You could delete YouTube and Facebook. For me, it's just a relaxation thing at night. When eating, you upload these videos, and then look at emails, then answer some emails, then check comments and YouTube stuff, but look at other videos. I put out a video for some people that have museum warships. I'm trying to find out info on my target designation thing. What a score that was. Wow. Anyway. Then, mostly watch videos, look at comments, communicate with people I do know that I met in real life, and others that I'm beginning to know a little more of, but, oh well. It's kind of fun. But I'm a more real life person. Oh, I get all these request for video chat. No, thank you. Or calls, or commit message. No. Delete. No, thank you. I'm not in that headspace. I don't even own a phone. I don't want to own a phone. What am I going to do with a phone? What am I supposed to do? A stupid thing. I look like a monkey. You do? I'm a monkey. So at 23 minutes, well, I've gone longer. I'm a monkey. Mommy. I'll just turn the lights out to see if it helps any. Oh my goodness, I'm so vain. No, it didn't work that well. Lighting, Captain. Look like crazy one now. Yes, Doctor. Yeah, Doctor. There's a baby picture of me going. Disgusting. Really disgusting, Major. I am a disgusting person, Todd. Keep a stiff upper lip, you little kumquats. This drill press I got for the scrapyard works pretty good. I drilled 2 holes into 2 balls. My balls will be going in, oh, I wanted to do something. Oh, let's see. So I got balls. Grab a chair. Maybe not. Here are my balls. Balls. The rod's on them. And they go into, stay there. Hello, how are you? This crazy cannon I built from scrap metal. And it's over here. I keep showing it off, don't I? Alright, so I should have been at, oh, there's a sledgehammer. So hard to get around in here. Try it this way. The breech loader cannon. I'm deciding what color to paint it. Black, like that one. I know I showed this off before. It's the back end of the breech loader. I wonder if black, like, if I painted it black and do not paint anything like these parts here, I guess it might look cool. Definitely not this part. I was letting it sort of rust on its own, but I don't think it's going to work that much. And this is, let's see, I should get new brass type of these. Do I have brass of these things? Is that 3/8 or? Ooh, I don't know what they are. Looks like 1/2 inch. No, I think it's 7/16. That's got to be taken off these zinc plated things. I'll take a measurement later. Get them on eBay, I guess. And this fellow, we're still working on him, of course. Oh, that's... Wait, flip this thing around or what? Or be upside down? I don't know. Trying to get the silly thing into it. Well, let's try it this way. I can move this upside down. And I did. I don't know. This old rust bucket that came off a ship. A sunken ship, I think. Still a mystery thing. Still trying to get it apart. It's a 20 mm overtime cannon. I got 12 of them. All kind of in different areas and then pieces and things. But anyway, all legal. Don't get any stupid ideas. Stupid people do stupid things. Locking mechanism. Stupid people do stupid things. There are a lot of little spy-litudes out there. Little spies looking for problems and things in this day and age of control freakism. Oh. That lighting doesn't do any justice to me, does it? I'll move around here. And go over here. Now, stay there, don't fall down or break. Thank you. Okay, so... This is, I call the armory because everything is mostly from the Civil War. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer out justice and freedom. Isn't this a symbol in Russian? A hammer like that? Like something crisscross or whatever, I don't know. I'm just using it as drive pins into wood. for now because I put those balls in. This has probably got a piece of history too. Scrapyard find. These rings are handy for me. I got them right up many pounds. 50 pounds each. Broth runs. Chew it up in a lathe. Make something or fit something in it. A big one down there. It's pretty heavy. Sound effect time. What they do in the armory. So we got a front end of a 3" 50 cannon barrel. Good rifling in it. Now these things go up to 16" in diameter. Naval engineering. The Navy Yard. It's quite long. It weighs quite a bit. I think about 1,600 pounds. So, all these kind of. Oh, anyway, we talked about that before. Let's see what we got here in the picture. These silly pictures, huh? I know you want me to sit by some static generator and a Tesla cone. Oh, it's old stuff. I'm more into RF manipulation. Hello, what are you doing like that? So, time to leave the armory and make a telephone call. Remember, don't subscribe or ring that ridiculous bell. Oh, YouTube. I think some of those YouTube things are broken. Here's the firing mechanism. For a 3" 50. Anyway, the telephone system is over here. I think you can see it properly. Hello, Barbara. Where's my hot chocolate? Oh, thank you, Barbara. Okay, bye-bye. Of course, it wasn't plugged in. This is the whole thing here. It's a transceiver. Transceiver. I love my transceiver. I love my transceiver, doctor, hair doctor. This is where we're going to have a problem. Gonna have a big problem, Barbara. I think. No, I don't think it's going to stay there, is it? Barbara. Unless I take this out. Get this out of here. These are cassettes, by the way. Barbara. Where's my hot chocolate? Atlas said. Jiggly wiggly, jiggly wiggly. Should have done that. Kind of hurt this arm. Oh well, you know. high voltage terminal. High voltage terminals should never have any sharp points on them or areas for it to jump. Words of wisdom from our lunatic. Anyway, I think people are copying my kind of weirdness. Peter Kane dog training. Weirder than what I'm doing. Capital Salvage Scrap Guy. Kentucky Ballistics. Maybe I'm starting a trend and don't know it. Pretty strange videos. But anyway. How long? Oh, 36 minutes. Monkey see, monkey do. No, this thing, I don't know. I look like literally a monkey. Ha! Well, I'll be changing styles tomorrow. I have at least several hundred different styles. Some of the same, but oh well. What do you do when you live in a shoe? It's getting dark. I don't know what's... Oh, damn it, Jim, it's getting dark. Oh no! Are you gonna stay there or come off here? See that camera thing is probably gonna be upside down the whole damn video, but oh well. Something for people to watch upside down. Hard to believe I got this in the University of British Columbia, two of them. 1997. And when I listened to cell phones as they progressed over the years with this thing. I don't know if you see the University of British Columbia tag on it. The other one's out in the other room, but I'm not going to go out there now. Let's see. It was used in the radio astronomy lab. It's dusty a little bit, but no, it's the University of British Columbia. 5981. I fine-tuned this thing so I'd pick up cell phones. Spectrum analyzer, like a big radio receiver. It goes up to 44 gigahertz in different bands. And when you get beyond coax cable, you get into waveguides. Higher you get, the smaller the waveguide tube, depending on wattage. So, you see that? All this is for receiving. That's why I made that dish antenna. You can see it. That's primitive but effective. Oh, you probably can't see it. Oh. So this will pick up strange energies. Oracle room stuff. That's basically it here. Television set is very handy for picking up weird stuff if you fine tune it properly. And scope, as well as a selective voltmeter. You have to tune all these things. And a signal generator tuned to 1.4 gigs. Up and down, and you can vary things to square wave. All kinds of different waveforms. That's amazing with that older stuff. The newer stuff, maybe some of it, but most of the stuff is junk. These things were engineered to the highest standards. And the only good stuff you could ever get is probably from the Navy, modern stuff from the Navy or NASA, right? Or some of the national laboratories. Otherwise, the rest of it's just trash, really, eh? Oh, next time I'll do a Kathleen with Vaseline video. And at 40 minutes, I'm going to go. Yeah, there we go. That's my natural development. You know, the old saying, think, therefore I am, works. You are what you eat is true. Be thy own physician. These small sayings are very true. So, I talked a blue streak of rubbish. Probably bored the hell out of you, but that's okay. I could care less. Some people might like it, some may not. I like the comments where they say, oh, the government's got to screw this brain around. Because I'm acting like this. And pathetic little people like that I don't really enjoy. It's got along fine with the government's 4 different countries, for Pete's sake. I don't know what's wrong with people. It's pretty sickening. The John Searle Group, the Paul Pantone Group, Geek, and a host of other lunatics that scammed the hell out of you, like Dennis Lee, huh? Scam artists and people claiming stuff that's not true. It's pretty sad. It's amazing how sad it is, really. That's why I like real life a lot better than the internet world, tell you that for sure. I'm finding the internet getting more and more exceptionally boring. Although some very enlightened fans, I enjoy what they create and what they build and what they say in their videos, like the Great Red Spots, amazing videos, and a bunch of other folks, like Martin Fleischmann Memorial Project, plus others. Too many to mention here, so I'm going to go.